In the face of so much public concern over COVID-19, and at a time of such widespread civil unrest, many are feeling paralyzed. What can I do becomes a nagging question for Samaritans and corporations. Is writing a check to charity enough? Hi there, I'm Orvin Kimbrough, Chairman and CEO of Midwest BankCentre, St. Louis's second largest privately owned bank. Like many of you, I'm thinking a whole lot about the current events. I have a general philosophy not to be overwhelmed because we all know that to be overwhelmed is to be paralyzed and inactive. Since the crisis began playing out in our nation's streets, I've been on many calls and consulted with many colleagues locally and nationally. There are many more questions than I or anyone have answers. Is this a watershed moment where we tackle arguably our country's thorniest issue? I hope so. While race is a social construct that some have the privilege not to see, I see the impact of race every day. I addressed this in my paper, Shared Prosperity. I continue to get comments and questions from my white friends along this line. I am generally a good person. Is this my problem to solve, or is it beyond me? My answer is consistent and simple. Yes, it is your problem. Racism defined as a systematic allocation of resources that doles out influence, justice, and economic opportunity based on skin color clearly exists and influences every aspect of one's life. But don't think that the issue can be resolved by simply writing a check. So many charitable organizations in our local region are ranked in the top 5 nationally in their category, and this is something that we all ought to be proud of. People who move to St. Louis will comment about the generosity of the region. Yet when it comes to outcomes for poor and marginalized communities, particularly Black and brown, we rank at the bottom on almost any measure that you care to analyze: education, health, justice, and economics, to name a few. I've always believed that the charitable sector plays a pivotal role in providing health and human services. Faith communities and nonprofits are the lifeline for the most vulnerable, but they are only one leg of a 3-leg stool. The other 2 are government and private business. Each must act in equal measure if we ever hope to have a democracy with true liberty and equity for all. Through this series of videos and blog posts, I'll continue to provide some personal insights into our current moment and what we as corporate leaders, what we as civic leaders, and what we as everyday citizens can do to ensure that we don't waste this crisis. Join me on this journey to make this moment matter for all of us and for the generations that are to follow.